This is Sea of Thieves. We're on Xbox Series X. The game is indeed optimized. We're getting a native 4K resolution at 60 FPS with Hdr support. It is a Xbox Play Anywhere title. Buy it once digitally on PC or console, own it on both spots. And it is a Game Pass title, which means it'll always be available there because it's first party. So yeah, I did a video a little bit ago, and it didn't seem like the optimization was showing through on the recording, so I do apologize about that. I'm trying my absolute best here, and yeah, a lot of work, a lot of stress. But anyways, this is definitely that 60 FPS dream, and it looks absolutely wonderful, and I'm happy to be showcasing what this has to offer. So it's, like I said, the ultimate pirate adventure. You go sailing, you go on quests, you do adventuring missions, you can do PvP, PvE, work together, be hostile to others, and have a great time. There's definitely a lot of fun to be had here, and it's just kind of a game where I don't take things too seriously. I just play music, and you be a pirate, and there's lots of other people talking, so we're gonna have to mute the game chat just because we don't want that popping up. But yes, it's really quite a majestic time and just a blast as you go about exploring and seeing what the world has to offer. And you can synchronize your music too. Other people in the group get their instruments out. You can also join in and it just harmonizes, which is quite lovely. But yeah, it's a silly game of adventure and discovery. We have the regular mode here that we're playing, where you just go on adventures, tackling quests, finding gold, battling skeletons, taking on bosses, sailing, and perhaps coming across creatures like the Megalodon, or Megalodon is a shark, or the Kracken, which is a terrifying giant creature from below. And then there's PvP, where you're in like this arena, you're battling, you're fighting other ships. It's a little bit more intense, and they just got a lot of different options for how to play, and of course in-game contextual chat things that you can unleash as well in order to really get your squad going. So yes, it's quite a fun game. It offers a lot of action, and it's something that you can play forever because you can just keep jumping in and out and doing different missions, and it keeps things fresh, like the Deadman's Tales and the little different adventures. And yeah, it's just kind of a blast. It's kind of hard to get people to get going, and yeah, once you do, it's kind of epic. Then we've also got this intense map where you can see all these different locations and go to all these different places, and there's just lots of things to do in the game. They really have realized the full vision of what Sea of Thieves, could be, and it's great to see that finally be present here, from the cooking to the drinking to the fishing. There's just a lot going on here, and they've really done a great job in regards to making this become a smoother and even better experience with all the different like ship customization you can do and the different missions. It's kind of just an absolute blast to play. And of course, it's running way better than it's ever run, which is fantastic. So I reviewed Sea of Thieves back in the day, before it was coming out. Well, actually, I think I got the code like the day of because they wanted you to do multiplayer with others. And I also got like a cool press packet where it's like silver chalice that said Xbox on it. Whoa, that could have been bad. With chocolate gold coins, which were chocolate gold doubloons, which were fun to munch away on. And yeah, I got my eye patch out and everything. It was a fun experience. Yeah, the drinking and stuff is like super nauseating with the higher FPS, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just kind of been a treat, and even then I saw the potential of this one, and you see it now like fully designed and developed. It's kind of exciting, and we are just absolutely not going anywhere at all. Or are we? Because I'm just kind of drunk here and don't really know what people are doing at all. Oh, there we go. We got one individual that is seemingly doing something, but not going anywhere at all. Oh, I think we might be going. And there's all these like aspects of using the wind to your advantage and setting forth and exploring. Oh, we've got the sails are coming down. I'm not necessarily the most helpful. I just like to play around with my instrument, but it is kind of fun. And it looks like we're finally sailing. I've gone through so many lobbies where we finally got a group that's kind of going there. But there's a lot of technical aspects of dealing with the sails and adjusting them, getting them ready so that you can actually head outwards and explore. And then, of course, with the ship customization, you go wild. I actually really like their design. It's like a cool sort of vibe to it. Yeah, that looks really nice. And I think it just kind of brings some epic moments into the gameplay, because sometimes, you're in those ship battles, you're blasting the cannons back and forth, and you can blast yourself out of a cannon, which is kind of fun. There's all these different ways to kind of deal with things, and she's probably so annoyed that I'm just kind of running around not doing anything too particularly helpful, playing with my banjo. And then there's like, cosmetic stuff. You can customize your characters, and there's like microtransactions. Oh, he's got Megalodon. Yeah, that was pretty scrumptious. Like, there's food and stuff, and you can repair your ship during damage, but it can get some pretty intense action going on when you're like in a ship blasting away at another ship, and you're repairing it and trying to get like water out because you got like a bucket. It's kind of intense. And I got this really cool sort of lantern, and it just never seems to keep. It's like a glowing one. It's really neat. Looks sick in the night, but yeah, I don't know. It just kind of never stays going. But like I was saying, microtransactions wise, you get some weird pets. My friend has like cats and parrots because they're kind of cool. Oh, he's fishing. It's kind of dangerous, but all the power to you. And yeah, they're just kind of fun little extras you can get in the game. Kind of expands the experience a little bit more. But it's something that really is just a lovely time, a majestic game. Something you could spend countless hours exploring with, sailing, seeing what the Seven Seas has to offer, and having a great time doing so with a cool harpoon. Kind of fun. But yeah, it just it's running a lot better, and it looks so good. There's so many neat adventures you can have, and even here, though we haven't been moving around and I've just kind of been talking about the game, I hope you're getting an idea of what it's kind of like. You're not always going on intense adventures, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to actually kind of get going and actually get sailing, but that's part of the adventure, is the time it takes to get going with your adventure, is preparing things, because you also got to get like food and stuff brought over. Because you never know when you might need to eat in order to keep your health up. Then if you die, you might go to the damned area, which is always interesting. But yeah, it kind of has a lot to offer, and so many unique experiences. I've spent countless hours playing this with friends, enjoying what it has to offer, and really feeling the challenge of things. Spending hours going out there collecting loot, and only for you to get like annihilated by another group when you're right on the island, or killed at sea, and then you've got to try to get your stuff, which is hard. But yeah, it's just it's such a lovely game. It really is. Ship sighted. An enemy ship, that's not good. We must prepare for battle. Or maybe not, we don't know yet. You have to wait and see what happens. I don't know specifically where the ship is. Somewhere out there, I know. Oh, there it is. Look at the tiny ship, who cares? But yeah, the tiny ships, they can have a little bit of speed. There's a lot of strategy here. Sometimes we take a slightly smaller ship so we can go a little bit quicker for those intense moments where you really need to be careful what you're doing. So yeah, you kind of, I guess if that wasn't clear, you're going around collecting loot, and then you can take the loot to outposts. Usually people put what they have inside this area. And then you can go to the outposts, you can sell it to like the gold people. Oh, looks like he's catching a fish. The gold hoarders, they kind of give you like points, and you're trying to build up your reputation with these different factions, these different areas. And then there's like this really cool below the pub, I guess you could say, type of area, where you're able to kind of get these special quests, and it's like a chill, neat spot. My friend took me there one time, and I was like, whoa! Because obviously some of the people I know are a little bit more intense into things than I am. And it's really cool, because, like, you look at these islands, and there might be like a note in a bottle or something, and that could send you on another quest. That's the fun thing, though, is you do one quest, you put your votes in, and then you reach an island, and then you go on another quest because you find a new quest to do there. This is kind of exciting. So you never really know what's going to happen or where the adventure is going to take you. And I think that's kind of exciting. And I just sort of also love this part of it. As weird as this sounds, just kind of sitting here and enjoying the world, because of the day-night and the lights and the weathering and stuff that can happen. Rain is kind of intense and scary because you got to get all that stuff out of your ship. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna sink, which is not good for your ship at all. But it is, it's an epic adventure. It's one where you're usually working together to be helpful. Oh, looks like we got a long way to go here. Or you could just be kind of lazily moving around and unhelpful, which is kind of what I am doing, and also what the other person is doing there, because they are fishing. Oh yeah, you do like paces. Oh wow, looks like we've got a ship over there. I don't know if we're actually going to battle it or not. Ship sighted. Looks like it's just a smaller one, but this thing could get dangerous here. I don't even... Do we have any cannonballs? I didn't even grab any cannonballs. Where are the cannonballs? They're back over there. We gotta watch out for the inventory. And I really like the fire ones, so we'll kind of see what we're dealing with. Those ones are more like throwables, but yeah, it's just got some really epic kind of moments. I'm in the water. So if you fall into the water, the mermaid might be able to get you. It's kind of intense, but yeah, it looks like we're maybe going to ram them or something, or they're going to ram into us. It's not really a good angle. I don't know what's going on here. They kind of seem to be getting a little close. Yeah. Really? I missed that? And then you could use the harpoon to kind of hit them if you have the right spot, or to catch onto them. But I don't think we're necessarily at the angle to really do that. I mean, if we even out a bit more. Oh, come on, I want to tie them down. I'm not the best harpoonist. But yeah, you get these like weird adventures that can happen where you're just kind of interacting with people in the weirdest of ways, you know? Having a little battle or just kind of leaving them alone. Really depends on how you want to interact with other people, being friendly or hostile, but I'm going to show off the mechanics of that, but we're not really... Yeah, we're kind of out of range. And I think our captain fell off into the water too, which is not good. It's just kind of funny how these like weird things can happen, right? Because you never know exactly what's going to happen. Like, you could also just be sailing and you could, you know, come across, like, I don't know, like these lost cargo things or a sunken shipwreck or something like that. You know, at any moment, anything weird could go on. Is our crew still even here? My crew, yeah. I just don't know where they specifically are. You can vote to have people in the brig too, which is kind of hilarious, but not recommended if you're trying to win well. It's hard to get into the cannons. If we're not near the actual ship, we're totally off course on our particular mission. He just shoot himself out of the cannon. This was a very bold move. I don't know if that's going to necessarily work out for him. I think I'm the only one on the ship right now, which is not good. Or should we get us back on course? I'm going to try to get us back on course. Okay, we'll leave that there. I don't know specifically where we're going. Looks like we accidentally turned around and went the wrong way. Okay, well, that's not our direction at all. But anyways, that's basically Sea of Thieves, a game of adventure and discovery and pirateness, as we try to figure out where we're heading, the direction we're taking, and the worlds we want to see. But it's just kind of really lovely looking. The beautiful clouds, the dangerous skulls in the sky that we haven't come across, but yeah, it's just sort of such a delightful and weird time. There's so many weird moments and experiences you can have while playing, and it really is kind of crazy. But yeah, I hope you've kind of enjoyed this look at what it has to offer. The weird places you can go, the things you can see, the majestic quests you can have along the way with weird people or friends. Hoarder of mermaid treasure? Yeah, it's just kind of a calm, relaxing time. It's not too serious, but it can be. Oh, is that one of the shipwreck areas? Or it might just be like an island you can go to. Trying to be turning us around so we actually get in the right direction, but yeah, it's kind of fun. Oh, maybe I can shoot myself out of this one and head over to that island. That might be fun. Kind of show that off a little bit. Yeah, as you go on the island and try to find things, dig up for buried treasure and more. It's kind of a lovely world they've painted here. It just feels so fluid and everything. Captain Lee Sterling. That's hilarious. Oh, let's see if we can knock you down, sir. They're actually kind of tough, these skeleton bosses. We've only got one shot left. This is kind of the epic ending I was hoping for. Does that look just majestic as the ship sails away? I think it's absolutely lovely. Trying to get this guy killed here. Ah, I finished him off. Skeleton's orders. And the villainous skull bounty. What a discovery to have here. But if I take the ship, or take the mermaid back to the ship, I'll lose everything I've collected. I did not anticipate this kind of final adventure. I was expecting things just to kind of go smoothly and end how they did, but alas, here we are. Oh, look, looks like he took the sailboat and everything. Wow, what a lovely time.